see oil all over my Sigma. I might need some help because they're going to pull it off.
Yeah.
Behind the Hood. Stories from the National Tractor Pulling Championships. Kenton, Ohio, home to Kellogg Farms and the 2019 Grand National Superstock Diesel 4-wheel drive champion, Shane Kellogg.
Dad started taking me to the Bowling Green tractor pulls when I was 6 years old and kind of fell in love with the sport then. I'm Shane Kellogg. I have my Trump pulling truck behind me. It's a Superstock diesel 4-wheel drive. I have 3 turbochargers, 3 on this truck in 2 pressure stages, and it's pushing over 3,000 horse. So this is kind of my 3rd generation pulling truck. My first truck was named Gotta Have It, and I ran Gotta Have It through 2013. In the middle of the season in 2014, I sold the Gotta Have It truck, and we were already in the process of building this truck. The truck's name's Trump, and everybody thinks it's political, but it's not. We actually named it Trump after Trump card for euchre. So, you know, just you throw Trump card, it's the best, so. My team consists of some of my best friends right now. I farm for a living. My employees here on the farm, they help out a ton. We farm about 5,200 acres right now, corn, soybeans, and wheat. We are tied in with the Ohio Farm Bureau and NRCS. We work with the state of Ohio on trying to get better water quality for Lake Erie and our water systems. We started that here probably 6 years ago and kind of changed our farming practices to try to learn more from it. We have a free-flowing well on this farm. We planted it to sunflowers and never thought it would take off the way it has, but thousands of people come see them now. And they're actually, you know, right now it's the 2nd week of August. They're in full bloom right now. They look beautiful. People can come enjoy them. He doesn't charge anything for anybody coming. It's just, you know, says he wants to give people a place to go and make them feel good. So they can come see the sunflowers, take all the pictures they want. They can play in the free-flowing well, the water, the kids can. And, you know, it takes a good base of people here getting the work done when I go play.
And with over 3,000 horsepower at his disposal, play he will. Shane rolls into BG 2nd place in the standings, meaning points are critical in the fight for his 2nd championship.
What keeps you coming back to BG is definitely the atmosphere. There's not a whole lot that you can't see at BG. You just gotta look hard enough, you know. There's promoters all over the United States that, you know, ask me all the time, how do we compete with Bowling Green? You know, how do we do that? I tell every single promoter the same thing. I said, you gotta have a party first and then have a pull at the party. Because, you know, there's a lot of people that go to Bowling Green that they might not even make it to the pull, you know. It's a camping weekend for them.
But when it's game time, the party gets put to the side and Shane and his crew go to work.
I'm really paying attention to what the track's doing, the consistency of the dirt. We'll go out, you'll see our class out there with, we call them pokers. We're poking around looking for a firm spot on the track.
Nearing the end of his first hook, Shane knows the engine took some damage.
You make the pull off if you can come back.
Can you tell him just to float it? I think it's hurt. Stop him floating. Please, Marvin, please. Don't take that away from me.
I was 9th hook out of 19 trucks. Around probably, I'd say 30 to 40 foot before the truck finished. I could tell it dropped the cylinder. I knew we hurt the motor. Wasn't sure how bad.
I don't know, I didn't try. It smells like fuel, and I see oil all over my Sigma. I might need some help because they're going to pull it off.
Attempting to make the pull-up, Shane, his crew, and several friends immediately dig into the engine to see what happened. That's when they realized damage was much more extensive than first thought.
Number 5 had some oil coming out of the exhaust port, and that's usually not a good indicator. It's probably stuck down, probably contacted piston, probably took out the injector. It's teamwork. Everybody's involved. That's the beauty of this sport. We're at Bowling Green. You got to put it all back together. Try for the next day.
Pulltown kept roaring into the night. Shane and his crew loaded up the truck and headed 2.5 hours away to the engine builder's shop in Indiana to do an overnight engine swap in an attempt to be back for his second hook the following day.
We haven't personally had to do an overnight engine swap, but in BG fashion, because it is BG, and that's what happens at BG.
Told the guys, I said, this is a top 3, guys. 3 of the dumbest stuff we've ever done. I said, we're going to change this motor, and it's going to rain tomorrow.
And rain it did. A lot, turning the track into a muddy mess. But as soon as the rain had passed, the blue shirts got to work, showcasing just how skilled they are at building and maintaining the best pulling tracks in the sport. Storybook ending to what seemed an impossible feat, Shane captains the Trump truck and its brand new power plant to a first place finish in front of a raucous Saturday night capacity crowd.
Hey, thanks again. This is awesome. It gets harder for me to do this every year. I got 3 kids. But this makes it all.
So here's your happiest.
I'm very happy.
What the hell just happened?
Oh man, I tell you what, we could not have had a better outcome. I told you that miracles happen.
You know the worst thing about this? How do you ever top this? How do you do it? Like, how do we get better than this? And he goes, you don't. This is the best.
Shane would go on to collect a second place finish in his final event of the season, securing his second Grand National Superstock Diesel 4-Wheel Drive Championship, as well as being named 2022 Puller of the Year for the division. Behind the Hook. Stories from the National Tractor Pulling Championships.
What is something interesting about you that has nothing to do with tractor pulling that somebody might say, wow, that's weird or interesting, or I didn't expect that? Do you have anything like that? Maybe we should ask your wife.
I'm looking at her for answers.
So actually, I just moved to Bainbridge, Indiana about a year ago, and I have a baby boutique from sizes 0 to 6T.
Something people may not know about me is I really like Disney World. Tanya and I go there and just like it.
We're not tractor pulling. I got 4 grandkids and they're just great. They're pretty much my world now. I melt pretty bad for them and I'd do anything for them.
I like to spend time with my kids, hang out and drink beer with my friends. That's always a good time, but I like to go to the beach. We went there a few times in the last couple of years and it's just, take the kids there, it's just relaxing.
Interest outside of pulling, probably my biggest interest is hunting. I'm a big hunter. Enjoy hunting just about anything there is to hunt. Favorite thing to hunt is probably coyotes. I also enjoy ATV riding or snowmobile riding in the winter. That's kind of an off season for us, so I enjoy doing that.